Mm, you caught me. Welcome. Yeah, I drink a lot of water. I take allergy medication and dries me out. Got to keep everything loose, loose as a goose. Okay, now enough of that. Today I want to talk to you about starting a voiceover business if you're 40 years or older, 40 plus. It's totally doable. You should not feel like you are limited because you are reaching middle age. Oh, I didn't start my voiceover journey until I was 47. And I had another business going. Loved it. It was successful. Was having a good time with it. But that job had physical expectations. My back was starting to hurt. Excuse me. My knees. I could see that I couldn't age for too much longer before I would have to start hiring people to do the things that I was not going to be able to do any longer. So I needed to transition into something else. That's one reason. Maybe you hate your job and want to transition into something else. There could be a variety of reasons, a whole host of reasons. Perhaps you're an actor that wants to get another stream of income going. A voiceover is perfect for actors, stage and screen actors that want to add voiceover to your arsenal of income streams. That's all great stuff. Now, the thing is, for those who aren't business owners already, are you willing to start a business? Because that's what voice acting really is. That's what being in voiceover is. You're starting your own business. And so there will be certain expectations of you when it comes to starting your own business. It's a big undertaking. If you're not used to it, you're kind of working, well, maybe 7 days a week, maybe without pay. Maybe, you won't get paid holidays and vacation time and all the rest of it. That's just, that's basic self-employment stuff. But if you are willing to take that on, fantastic. Now, the other things that you'll need to be able to do are to take care of your own needs as far as your computer goes. If you're having tech problems, how do you source those things? How do you troubleshoot? There's also the recording component. You're going to need to have your own recording studio at home. And that requires some level of, well, certainly learning about what all of these things do. You're going to have to learn how to become your own recording engineer. It's not as daunting as it sounds. With modern recording software and hardware like microphones and audio interfaces and all the rest of it, it's not only pretty darn affordable these days, but it's pretty easy to learn. You have to apply yourself. There will be a learning curve for sure, but it's not insurmountable. But you have to know going in to this that these are things that might be a little bit of a challenge for those of us who are on the older side, particularly like me, a baby boomer. Oh my God, is that true? Oh yeah, it's true. I was born in 1964. I'm 60. I'm the last year of the baby boomers. Boomer. Anyway, but I'm still having a great career. As a matter of fact, this year has been my best in terms of income. Now, it's not because I've had a huge influx of clients and things like that. A past client came back to me and dropped a huge project into my lap. And, that's fantastic. But as you know, in any acting job, the income is very much like this. It can be feast and famine. It's the roller coaster ride, So anyway, so enough about that. Now, your income expectations. Manage these because, at least in the beginning, you will be spending to get your business up and running. Now, it's not a huge investment compared to other types of businesses, but there will be some outlay. You'll need things like coaching. Even if you're coming from another acting background, stage, screen, you'll need to. I come from stage acting primarily. I've done some screen work too, but when I came into this, it was primarily stage work. And I had to adjust a fair amount about my performance levels to make it more suitable for voiceover. It's a different animal. So working with a coach that you can trust and rely upon to give you honest feedback, not just be, showering you with compliments that will challenge you a little bit and put you through your paces. That's a good thing, and you'll need to pay for that. You will need to, if you don't have a dead quiet computer, you might have to buy another one. Or you'll have to relocate the computer out of the room that you record in. You'll have to set up a recording studio, buy all the peripherals, the microphone, the audio interface, the stand, all that stuff, headphones, that's all needed. So you can probably, I don't know. It depends upon what your needs are, but you could be spending as little as maybe $2,000 or $3,000 on equipment. Maybe not even that. Let me just put it this way. It's a pretty safe bet that your initial outlay could be about $5,000 to get things going. That includes some coaching, professional demo production, which you need to show people your work, what you sound like, what your range of performances are. And it's best not to try to do that on your own, because homemade demos, people with any experience, people like casting directors, talent agents, just don't do it, please. You only have one chance to make a good first impression, and a homemade demo, unless you're really skilled, is not making a good first impression. I know you want to save money. They can be expensive. They don't have to cost a mint. But so anyway, back to the outlay. Coaching, professional demos, equipment, getting your room correct for voiceover recording. These will all take some cash outlay. And the benefit about getting into voiceover after you're 40 years old, you probably have, you've got you've established some credit. Perhaps you have some money in the bank. You can allocate time between whatever your regular job is and get starting on your voiceover business. These are good things. Another thing that's great about starting voiceover, or any acting really, when you're over 40, is that you've had life experience. You've been through a range of emotions at this point in your life. You've experienced joy and happiness and all that stuff. You've experienced loss and grief, and you can tap into that to make your voiceovers more real. Your performance is more real and relatable, believable, because that's what sells. People that have the big voice, and do all the, that's great. That can be used for some things, but a lot of performances now rely on you to be a real person. It's what sells, and it's also what makes a story believable if you're a good storyteller. So life experience is great, and that will be very helpful to you as a middle-age or older voice actor, okay? And also think about the content that's being aimed at people 40 years or older. The baby boomers, my generation, they're all getting old. and they all need, healthcare, senior living, Medicare, Medicaid, other things aimed at senior citizens, tax preparation, retirement planning, that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of content, not only for commercials, but also corporate narration aimed at midlife and above. So keep that in consideration. There's plenty of content available to be voicing. Not to mention characters that require a more mature sound. So, I mean, there are plenty of jobs that I won't even try for now. Sometimes my talent agents will send me, oh, you want to sound in the range of 25. Well, I don't sound that young. I might act like that or younger, but I don't sound like that anymore. But there are a lot of jobs that require a more mature sound, if not damn old. I mean, seriously. So that's something else to think about. So I guess my final thought on this is, if you are starting to think about branching out into a different career, midlife and above, your age shouldn't stop you, because there are opportunities for you, especially if you're good, which is why you need to train and prepare yourself for the market. That's what it's all about. Getting into this line of work, just like many other lines of work, is preparing yourself for the market so that you're marketable, so that you can compete with the pros. And anyway, that's kind of all of the message for today. Okay, so don't let your age slow you down. If you have the capabilities and the drive necessary to hang in there, during the lean times and get this going, it may take several years to really see some traction. I'm not going to lie about that. Then by all means, give it a go. Take a class, Anyway, that's it. So anyway, please feel free to ask any questions, leave a comment. I'll do my best to answer your questions for me. Or, no, answer your questions for me? No, for you. And other than that, please like and subscribe and share this video with somebody that you think might benefit from it. And I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Okay? Thanks for watching.